Have you been craving to travel a little more uniquely, a little more perhaps purposeful or challenging? You seem to do the same old travel but you just know there's something different out there for you, but you just don't know how to grab it. Well, welcome to this episode where I'm going to share my Travel Like Trina top 6 tips with you on traveling a little off the beaten path, a little uniquely, to inspire you, to have you feel more alive when you travel with more purpose, more meaning, and more experience. Hi, fun friend. You're here, Treena Innes, your life fun expert on the Finding Fun Experiment podcast, cracking your code to health and wellness, teaching you fun habits to live your best life. All right, welcome to Top 6 Travel Like Treena 6 Tips. For those that have been following along on my journey, I started to travel outside of hotels and a rolling suitcase when I turned 40. It transpired from me wanting to connect with my teenage son. He was 15, and that time when there's that stretch pull between the parent and the teenage kid. And so I thought, what's the best way to connect with my teenagers? Throwing on a backpack and hiking together and being relying on each other, teaching life skills of travel. And so I started my first really down and dirty, dusty backpack traveling when I was 40. And I'm telling you, I have never gone back. I mean, yes, I still once in a while do a rolling suitcase in a hotel with my girlfriends. Absolutely. There's definitely space for that. But the majority of my travel for the past 16 years has been with the backpack and my same old backpack, like literally dusty and dirty. But here's a tip. You can take it to the dry cleaner and get it clean because it does become quite disgusting. So here are my top 6 travel tips if you want to travel in a unique way and start thinking about things a little bit differently. Number 1, find a local travel company. Find a local company in the country that you're visiting. They know their corner of the world. They're the best people to plan your adventure, keep you safe, help you find all those hidden gems because it's their country. Just like you were calling me, I'm in Canada and you want to come visit my area of the country. I'm going to give you things that are definitely not on a travel list, definitely not on any travel websites, because I know intimately the space of my part of the world to give you the best spots to hit. And the piece I also love about finding a local company is that they've got your back. A lot of them will put you on a WhatsApp and you've got 24-hour service. They're super excited for you to come. They're so proud for you to see their country. They just want you to have very, very, very best experience. It's like opening up their home. They're opening up the country to you, and they're the best navigators. They'll also tell you where to avoid or where you can be freewheeling, so that safety also is top of mind. And how I find these companies, I mean, of course, I use a lot of Google and Chat GPT finding, these intimate companies, but I really lean into TripAdvisor. If they've got good ratings, I reach out to perhaps people that have rated them and just say, what was your experience? How did that go for you? So I do contact their clients that have left reviews, and I do my homework on those background checks. So I have listed local companies I've used over the years on my MindDoodles website. So head on over to minddoodles.ca and to the Travel Like Treena section, and you can pull up some of those companies there that I've used that I find that are credible. Number 2, bring your heart and philanthropy. I love bringing things from my country, flags and pins and, anything I can do. A lot of people were, if you're traveling remotely, you've never been to your country, sometimes they've never even heard of Canada. And so it's a really nice thing for them to have something from your country that they can hold on to. They love it. They love it. And also it's small and I can jam it into my backpack. Being Canadian, we of course love hockey. So I, put small hockey sticks and pucks in my backpack. I also bring newspapers and Canadian magazines and grocery flyers so that, if I'm visiting schools in that country, the teachers can teach them about culture and the different fruits and vegetables and meats and fish that we might eat. And again, you're going to teach maybe some of the sports that you're having. Kids that I visited in hot countries, they've never even seen like snow. So they're love seeing the skiing pictures. And again, I work with that local company, help them organize, perhaps connecting with a community foundation in that country or a charity that they know is really good to deal with. And they connect me to often I'll even shop in the country as well. And so I'm bringing my money into the country and spending it for contributions. Also, there's been uh, airlines that actually will fund a travel bag for you if it's full of charity could contribute items. So hands down, this is one of the highlights of the travel that I've been involved in is going to remote areas and going to the villages and teaching schools and the village about my country. And also volunteering. There's a lot of volunteer opportunities. One time my friend and I went to Costa Rica and we did like a recycling cleanup effort. I've done helping again teach the kids. That's probably my go-to. I do love those kids and working with the teachers and teaching and yeah, so there's lots of different ways. I do have grander plans to when I'm retired to do a full volunteer program, and there's a website. It's called that I heard is really good. I haven't used it yet, but you can check out that website. That's got good volunteer programs, and I'll put it also in the show notes. Number 3, you don't need to be rich to have to travel. Yes, you've obviously gotta get your flight and you gotta have some cash, but there's some great ways to be creative and to make your adventure awesome that you can keep the costs low and have a really unique experience. So you can barter. There's barter programs where you can exchange your skill in exchange for accommodations. So maybe you might be a graphic designer, you might be a server, you might be a surf trainer. So there's a lot of ways you can exchange your skill and barter programs. The website that I've used is workaway.info. And my daughter and I, when she was also a teenager, her and I wanted to show her again a different way to travel. You didn't need money. And so we worked with a villa in Spain. And we thought, well, we can clean rooms, we can cook. And so the owner thought that was like a fantastic idea. So we actually came and then she actually offered us to house sit for her. And that was even better than cleaning and cooking. So she was able to take a vacation and we housed at this beautiful villa in Spain. And this was all from this workaway connection. And again, they checked for credibility because again, I wanted safety for my daughter and I. And we made a lifelong friend. And it was a beautiful experience to live in a villa on a vineyard, taking care of horses and animals and being part of the little village culture every day. So that is number 3. Some other pieces of traveling inexpensively is house sitting. I am on a home exchange program right now, and we haven't done the first exchange, but definitely involved in it and looking at it and talking to people. So there's a home exchange program where you can do reciprocal changes. So we go away for a week to someone's homes, they come here for a week, or you can exchange points as well. So that's another exchange that you can do. There's pet sitting, trustedhousesitters.com. I have a friend who pet sits all over the world. Her type of travel she loves in like being in neighborhoods and different communities. So pet sitting for her is like fantastic. So lots of different types of ways to not pay for expensive accommodations. Okay, number 4, get a dusty backpack. So I have mastered rolling up all my things in tight little things and little laundry packs and, stuffing my underwear and my socks into my flip-flops and in between. It's 35 pounds on my back at the heaviest, lightest I can get down to 25. And it's just, you slip on your back, you're not rolling, especially if you're going to countries that got like, rickety sidewalks or roads. It's just and you're hopping on and off of trains. It's such a great way and it's also exercise, like a weighted vest that you're trucking around. So you get some extra exercise. And it's just such a great way, easy way to travel, and especially if you're going off the beaten path because things, again, don't run so smooth and you're on maybe doing lots of travel on buses and trains and planes. And it's just shove it in, shove it off. And it's fantastic. And, really, I just limit myself to 1 or 2 little tiny black dresses and you can really organize it where you can get really, really efficient. I, have I always carry my hiking boots. And again, flip flops can go with a dress, can go with shorts, something casual. So you can get it down. And I know it seems crazy to me because I do pack a lot. So this is, my friends actually don't even believe when I can get all my things in a pack for a month, but it's worth all the crazy, crazy down. Okay, number 5, do the country well. Trust me, I know it's tempting when you're in a country, to hop to this country, to see this country, that country, but you're only getting like a little snippet of it. So I am very disciplined when I go visit a country. I do that country fully and completely, and I don't leave it. And there's just, I mean, even a month for one country is not even, it's just not even long enough. So I've just, I really plan out north to south, east to west, and it's just doing that country well, seeing the corner. 'Cause every country has different regions and different cultures and different styles. So my biggest tip to you is to stick to that country. And again, I know it's gonna be tempting to flip over, but that's the best way to visit a country. I recently visited a country that had over 20 different languages and tribes in one small area. So that just gives you perspective. I was recently in Indonesia. There's 17,000 islands. I was there for a month and I just only even got a speck of, I think I only saw like 10 islands out of the 17,000 islands. And every island was different culture, different foods, different lifestyles. And so I say one country and just hunker down and dig in. All right, number 6, get inspired. There's so many great travel vlogs, blogs, videos, podcasts. I mean, one of my very favorite, and rest in peace to Anthony Bourdain. He's one of my favorite listens on countries. He's very off the beaten path. My own book, I talk about getting outside your bubble, and there's actually a link to that article on my website that I can lead you to. And it's just be inspired. People have so many great stories to share. With solo women groups. There's groups, doing hiking. There's groups that do cooking. There's groups that, just any type of style of travel that they've got, yoga retreats or again, purposeful travel. And there's a group for everything. So find your group and you will be inspired and you will learn a lot. So I leave you with this. This is my mantra on Travel Like Treena. I just want to go where I've not been so I can have the best understanding of the world before I leave it. And I have a map. I wish I could show it to you right now, but I have a map and it's got all the red dots of where I've been. And I literally close my eyes. Everybody's like, where are you going to go next? I'm like, I don't know. I try to knock off 3 new countries a year, which I know is ambitious. And but I literally close my eyes and I just point. And of course, if it's safe to, I will travel there. I just want to go where I've never been. But the world is big and, we're just this tiny little speck of dust on it. And it's a richness and an aliveness and a vibrance of living with fun health that to me is like no other. And I know it's not for everybody. And so if it's not, you're jammed to hop on a plane and grab a backpack, hop in like a bus or a car and even go 2 hours outside of your community and go explore and go feel the aliveness and the vibrancy that meeting another community, another culture can give you. Add to your chapter of your own book, of your own life book. Thank you for listening. Thanks for being open and curious and wanting to learn more about living your best life vibrantly and prioritizing fun, laughter, and play to make the world brighter, lighter, and healthier. Have a fun day and explore traveling uniquely because it is fun.